Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Welcome back, viewers, after a short sabbatical. Sir, yesterday's election at Erode East has seen a history of unprecedented bribe this time. I would even say the way the people were cooped up in a room or in a mandap or in an area, enclosed area, goes to say how Hitler at the Nazis' time was treating the people out there. I feel there is a lot of commonality between Hitler and Stalin. This is what I feel after the way everything has been dealt in Erode East election. Yesterday was the heights when whoever wanted to vote for other than the Congress party, that EVM mission at a particular place, whenever they pressed AADMK or the two-leaf symbol, it went on to the Congress hand symbol. This goes to show how much has been tampered. I wouldn't know exactly if it's being tampered, but it goes to show how DMK has been dealing even with the issues on the election day. What's your take on this?
Yes, this is the DMK model of election. DMK has got a model for conducting the election, for facing the election that has been happening in Erode East Assembly constituency. And you should know, most of the youngsters might not have known about this. They should know how the election was conducted right from the beginning of Karnataka's regime, and how MGR faced it, how Jayalalitha faced it. This is how election has been conducted in Tamil Nadu. 1971, when Karnataka was the chief minister, he was the one who had identified so many crooked methods for facing the election. The first one was creating bogus voters. Karnataka used to create 10,000 to 20,000 bogus voters in all the constituencies. How he managed to create such a huge number of bogus voters, that is a very, very closely guarded secret. And every year, Election Commission will be making an announcement to all the voters that all the new voters can enroll their name in the voters list. So because the people will be, as soon as they attain the 18 years, there will be new voters. And they have to enroll it in the voters list. So the Election Commission used to use some, the timetable for enrolling them as voters. This is the crucial time for DMK to make all sorts of fraud. And they will be including the name of so many voters, bogus voters. One DMK man will be enrolling 5 to 10 booths in different names, in different things. This is how they had created all the bogus voters during 1971. And Congress was, and they did not know all these frauds and everything. So DMK had got a very huge victory in 1971, thanks to the inclusion of so many bogus voters for Karnataka. And during 1977, MGR had faced the election. He had started a new party. He had faced the election. There was very big popularity for MGR. Still, MGR had lost in all the constituencies in Chennai except one. Only in R.K. Nagar, MGR's candidated one. And in all the 13 constituencies of Chennai, DMK had won with a good margin. And everybody, all the political analysts got surprised how MGR has got such a big popularity. He had won in most of the constituencies, but he could not be able to win in 13 constituencies at Chennai. This is that was also because nobody knew about it. Because the reason was that DMK in Chennai, most of the voters will not enfranchise their vote. They will not come to the booth. So by using this, DMK will be polling more than 10 to 20,000 bogus voters in every constituency. So out of this 20,000 bogus voters, they managed to win in almost all the constituencies in Chennai. It is not that DMK got very good popularity in Chennai. DMK have won in all the constituencies in Chennai only because of bogus voting. what is that? This type of bogus voting was one of the techniques made by Karnataka. But Karnataka will not distribute cash in those days, because in those days they were there because they didn't have um, what is that money? They didn't have money. But after this 2G and the corruption and the 2G looting, after that they have got very huge money, and they are deposited in what is that Swiss bank, and they are deposited in cinema through Udhayanidhi, and they are deposited in G Square. They are involved in construction. All the looted money, they have been using it for in business, and they have been earning. So now they are very much ready to spend what is that 4,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees per voters. They have been investing, they have been winning, and they have been looting the public money. This is how they have been proceeding. So this is what is happening in Erode East constituency. You can see this video.
வாங்கிட்டீங்களா? எத்தனை பேர் வாங்கினீங்க?
நாங்க எங்க கொழுந்தனாரோட நாங்க 2 பேர் வாங்கினோம். வீடு போயிருக்காங்க. வீட்டுல உங்களுக்கு எத்தனை கொடுத்துன்னு தெரியல. 84ங்களாமா.
84ங்களா? ஓட்டுக்கா ஒரு வீட்டுக்குங்களா?
ஓட்டுக்கு தானுங்க. ஒரு வீட்டுக்கு ஒண்ணுங்க. சரி. இப்போ எங்க கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க? தெரியலங்க. தெட்டி போய் வாங்கி வந்து கொடுத்தாங்க, எனக்கு தெரியலங்க. ஊர்க்கார் வாங்கி வந்தாங்க.
ஊர்க்கார் வாங்கி. நல்லா இருக்குல குக்கரே? நல்லா இருக்குங்க. எத்தனை லிட்டருங்க? சின்னதுங்க. சரி. என்ன எந்த சின்னத்துக்கு போற சொல்லி கேட்டாங்க? கைக்குங்களா?
Well, a lady voter has been telling that they have got one cooker per house.
Yes.
And they are going to vote for Hanson. And in another video, you can see that they have been conducting what is that? They have been lodging for voters in marriage halls. They have been feeding them daily. They have been giving 500 rupees per voter. And during daytime, they have been what is that? Displaying what is that? Udhayanidhi Stalin cinema videos. So this is how they have been attracting on the voters. And here, this election, they have also got another technique. That is a payment after voting. Normally, they used to give money to the voter only before voting. But now they have got a doubt that even after getting the money, if the voters fail to vote to the DMK, what can we do? For that, they have used a new technique. In this video, you can see one Mr. What is that? The ex-MLA of DMK. He has been telling to the voters. He has been asking the voters, have you received the money?
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். 2 நாள் நம்ம ஆள்ல வந்து பார்த்தாங்களா? சொல்லுங்க, பார்த்தாங்களா? மகிழ்ச்சியா இருக்கமா? அப்புறம் இன்னொன்னு பார்த்திருப்பாங்க, ஓட்டு போட்ட நீங்க மறுநாள் பாக்குறதுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்களா? நிறைய பேர் பேசுறாங்க. வேட்பாளர் அண்ணன் EVK தெலங்கானா பேசினாரு.
And they have been responding, yes, we have received them. And after that, they have been asking, and there is also another method which we are doing. After election, we are paying. That is what he has been saying. Did you know that? So voters, most of the voters are saying, yes, we know that. So this shows that they are going to drive the voters even after the election. Why they have been paying? In order to avoid the voters from what is that? Not voting for DMK, they have been adopting a new method. After they have enfranchised their vote, and on the next day also they are going to pay something. This is what payment after a election.
After the elections also. So extension of this, I want to ask you 2 questions. One is, they even say, most of the YouTubers have been telling that Jayalalitha was the person who started this bribing policy. One thing. Second thing is, the most important thing in all this, see, this winning of this bike election is not going to matter much to Stalin. But why is that they keep bribing? And my third point is, See, now they are bribing and trying to get the votes of the people. Later, they'll make the people chase them by taking all the bribes they have given. They will again take away from people, isn't it?
See, the allegation that it was Jayalalitha who had, introduced this, bribing system in the election, that is not at all true. And you have voted in 1991. Did you vote during 1991 election? Do you remember that? I'm asking you.
Yes,
you.
I was a part of it.
Yeah. You have voted for 1991 election. I had also voted for 1991 election.
Yes.
It was a period when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated. Have you received any money for voting?
No,
during
never.
1991?
Never.
Jayalalitha had got a massive victory, and only two seats were won by DMK. If Jayalalitha had bribed the voters, you and me being the voters might have known about it. That was not happened. And you might have known about the 2001 election. 2001.
Yes.
Jayalalitha had again won. Did you receive any money
No,
from
sir.
the politicians?
No.
Yes. That is why. Because this had not happened. Even during 2006, DMK had won with not with clear majority. DMK had won, but with the lower majority they had won. Money was not given because up to 2006, these people didn't have the chance of spending the money because they did not rule the country. Only after 2008 and 9, Rasa had looted the 2G money. After that, these people, the DMK family had got 15,000 crores as bribery money. So only after 2009, they got a huge accumulation of money. And only after that, they had started using the technique of bribing the voters. So Jayalalitha had not started. It is only these people who had started. And after that, you had asked some good question. No?
This by-election result is not going to matter much to Stalin. Then why is the bribing so much?
Yeah. Here the point is that Stalin had won just in 2020. And after that, there was a split in the DMK. There was split in the ADMK. And Edappadi and Pannirselvam parted ways. They are parted their ways and they are formed the separate groups. Now recently, the Supreme Court has given doubly simple to Edappadi. Supreme Court has given clear recognition to the party led by Edappadi. Now DMK have got a unified party. Even the TTV Dinakaran did not have he's not contesting. Even Pannirselvam had withdrawn this candidate. So as a single party ADMK has been contesting. If Congress loses this election, and it should be considered as a clear defeat to the DMK. So what DMK was, this is where they have to maintain the winning streak because they are going to face the election during next year, 2024. There is going to be parliamentary election. So they have to keep their prestige. They have to keep their flocks together. That is why they want to inform to the entire nation that still they are in the winning streak. That is why they have been spending a lot of money. And VVK Selagone has been just sitting and watching everything. About more than 100 to 300 crores have been spent. That's a report that they have spent nearly 300 crores. This is the reason, because this is a prestigious election for the DMK. They have got a DMK front in which more than 9 parties have been have given that support. That is why, in order to keep their prestige, in order to tell to the nation that still they are a winning party, and they have been spending a lot. That question you have asked, what is that?
So now my next question to you is, in all this election furore happening around, why is that Udhayanidhi Stalin, who was coming back from Singapore, and he came to Delhi to meet Modi ji, Why? Is it because of Sisodia getting arrested at the moment and he's going and meeting up with or catching up with Modi ji?
No,
What
no,
relevance
nothing
has
of
it
that.
got?
Yeah, nothing of that sort, because to answer this question, I must narrate what is the politics from Karnataka. Karnataka didn't know English, so he will be managing only the state affairs of PMK. The central affairs, there is also some central politics. That is, what is it? Meeting the central leaders, meeting the prime minister, meeting the president, meeting important ministers, and talking with them. There are some politics which should be going around at the central, among the central leaders. So for that, Karnataka, since he didn't know English, he had used Murasari Mara. So
Yes.
Murasari Mara used to deal all these things because that has to be kept very secret. No leaders of DMK will be allowed to go and meet Prime Minister, President, and other ministers. So that is what the policy made by Karnataka. And after the demise of Murasari Maran, Karnataka appointed his son Dayanidhi what is that? Murasari Maran's son Dayanidhi Maran to handle all the central affairs.
Yes.
And after that, Dayanidhi also, because Karnataka had lost confidence of him, because he had made so many things that Dayanidhi Maran without the knowledge of Karnataka. So Karnataka had lost faith on the Dayanidhi Maran. After that, Nethaji had decided that one of his family members should be handling the affairs of Delhi. That is why she had made Kanimudi as the Rajya Sabha
MP,
MP.
yes.
Then Kanimudi was interested in the task of handling all the central leaders' affairs. Now, Stalin had become the prime chief minister. Now he has to handle all the central government, central BJP, handling with central BJP, handling with the central government, for which he needs a very reliable person. So the Stalin now do not want to rely Kanimudi, because even if Kanimudi was the daughter of Nethaji, he is now only the sister of Stalin. So it is another family, not Stalin's own family. Stalin's own family have got four, the top decision makers. One Mr. Stalin, another Stalin's wife, and third Stalin's son-in-law, Sabarisan, and fourth Udhayanidhi Stalin. Stalin wants only four power centers. What is that in his politics, in Tamil Nadu politics? Now, Stalin has to nominate only these one among these four members to handle the central government dealings. Now, what I have got the information. No, even Sabarisan, Stalin does not want to believe even Sabarisan is son-in-law. He wants to believe only his son. Now he started using Udhayanidhi Stalin to meet the Delhi leaders, to meet the Prime Minister, to meet Amit Shah, to meet the ex-governor. This is a sign that Stalin is going to use only Udhayanidhi Stalin for dealing all the central government political dealings as well as government dealings. Because that will be, because if Stalin uses another person like Kanimudi and everything, the confidentiality will be lost. So reliability will not be there. So he wants one of his own family members to deal with this. As a mark of gesture, he started using Udhayanidhi Stalin to meet the Prime Minister. Because if Kanimudi meets the Prime Minister, and what they have talked with each other, that secret will be leaked, because he is not one among the family. But now Udhayanidhi Stalin will not be opening his mouth, because he is one of the family members. That is why Stalin wants a reliable person from his own family. That is why he started using Udhayanidhi Stalin. That is the reason. Hereafter you can see every time when there is something which has to be done at Delhi, only Stalin will be deputing only Udhayanidhi Stalin. Udhayanidhi Stalin can speak English to some extent. So this is why Udhayanidhi Stalin was asked to go and meet the Prime Minister, to go and meet the other ministers. He has been training. Stalin has been training Udhayanidhi Stalin.
So my last question on election, why is that when even all these, keeping the people cooped up in a place and giving them food all through the day and giving them money, Why has it not been brought to the notice of the district election officer, Mr. Shivakumar, and the chief election commissioner for Southern Region, Satyaprada Sahu? Why have they been quiet? This has been bothering me so much.
This is
Election
This is,
commission knowing about this. They did nothing.
yes. I want to discuss about one point which every one of Tamil Nadu people should know. That is, who is election officials? This election is conducted by what is that? Election Commission of India. There are two election commissions. People should understand. There are two election commissions. One election commission is Election Commission of India, which is at Delhi, and they have been conducting all the MLA and FP election. There is another election commission in the state of Tamil Nadu, which is responsible for conducting local body elections.
Yes.
So, local body election. And for conducting these elections by the All India Election Commission, what is the staff that Election Commission has got? There are no Election Commission officials on behalf of Election Commission of India in any state, not only in Tamil Nadu. They will be using only the services of the local government officials of the concerned state for conducting the election. So here, who is for one constituency? If there is a teenager constituency, who is the election officer? The RDO or Tahsildar of the concerned area will be the election officer. So these election officers are all the officials of the government of Tamil Nadu. Stalin is the chief minister of Tamil Nadu. So they will be hearing only the instructions of Chief Minister Stalin. They will not be hearing the instructions of the Election Commission of India. It is a very big mockery because they do not have any election officials of their own. They have to utilize the services of only the concerned Tamil Nadu Tamil Nadu officers. So Tamil Nadu officers will always be doing in favor of the chief minister. Otherwise, they cannot serve in the department. After election is over, again they have to work under the control of the chief. So whatever complaint has been given to the Election Commission of India, they will be just forwarding to the Tamil Nadu government officials who are basically Tamil Nadu government servants and who will not do anything against the ruling party. So that is why they will be throwing all your complaint in the dustbin, and they will be writing a report to the Election Commission of India stating that the complaint is not at all. So that is why whoever rules the state government, and they can do anything. Even police is under their control. And at the time of election, so many bogus votes are going on. And if you go and complain to the police, they will be remaining as silent spectators. They cannot do anything because they have to work under the control of the concerned state government. That is why there is not at all any action from the Election Commission officials. What is that? What is the position of the High Court? Somebody had filed a case before the High Court stating that so many atrocities, so many irregularities are going on. For which High Court has been saying that once the election process has started, we don't have any power to stop the election. Because the Supreme Court in one case had given instruction to all the High Court stating that don't stop the election because you have got no power if the election process has started. Because if courts are given powers, no election can be conducted because there will be so many allegations. And if High Court had given a stay, election cannot be conducted. So that is why even High Court is helpless. Election Commission officials, they are in favor of the ruling party. So nothing will happen. And even after the conduct of election, if there are malpractices, you can challenge the election. But can you succeed even after the election? If you file an election petition before the High Court, there is another mockery which has been going on. Because P. Chidambaram, and during 2009, he had contested from Sivaganga constituency, Sivaganga parliamentary constituency. And who had contested against Chidambaram? One Mr. Raja Kannappan, who is at present the minister in the DMK's cabinet. He had contested on behalf of the ADMK. In that election, Chidambaram was defeated. the fact was that Chidambaram was defeated because at the time of election counting, Alagiri had come to the spot and he was threatening all the government officials, and most of the votes went. Most of the votes which were exercised in favor of Kannappan, those votes were counted in favor of P. Chidambaram. Ultimately, it was declared that P. Chidambaram had won. And Kannappan had filed a case in the High Court. And even after our completion of 5 years term, that case was still pending. So this is how the election cases filed before the courts. This is the status of those cases. That is why clear democracy has been defeated. And we should be ashamed of saying that we are living in a democratic country. You cannot exercise your vote freely, because what these people, bribing is one point, one method. And if they know that a particular area has been dominated by Brahmins, and Brahmins will not get any bribe. They will always be voting against the DMK. And
Yes.
DMK people, DMK leaders, they will be allotting for one booth, 2 to 3 streets will come. And they will be giving the responsibility of supervising for each DMK workers. They will be allotting 10 houses, 10 to 20 houses. Each one DMK worker will be given 10 to 20 houses. They will give money to that particular worker. They should either bribe the voters, or otherwise, if Brahmins, that area belongs to Brahmins, they will not accept the bribe. And what they will do, at the time of election, after 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, these DMK workers who is in charge of those area, they will be complaining, they will be coming and spreading rumors among the Brahmins that rowdyism going on, and what is that the soda bottles are thrown, and what is that everywhere voters are beat. This is how they will spread the rumors. Most of the Brahmin, fearing that atrocities will take place, they will not go and enfranchise their vote. So at that area, without bribing them, they will use this sort of intimidation of voters. This is how they have got so many techniques: intimidation, bogus voters, bribing the voters. This is so many techniques out there. So this is how they are winning the election. We should be ashamed to say that we are living in a democratic country, and our votes, they do not bother about our votes. They will enfranchise our votes. If you go late to the booth, if you go at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, most of the votes would have been enfranchised by somebody else. This is how things are going on. This is not happening anywhere in India. This is only happening in Tamil Nadu, thanks to the Mr. Karunanidhi, and now is illegal Heir and Stalin has also been continuing this practice. This is how all the future election will be conducted, only like this. There cannot be clarity in the election. There cannot be genuinity in the election. Only in such a way, and elections will be going on. And the Modi government, they will always be remaining as a silent spectator by witnessing all these atrocities, because central government has to intervene. Central government has to see that fair and free election has been conducted. They have been keeping quiet. These fellows, they have got rowdyism, they have got rowdies in the party, they have got money power, muscle power, and everything. So in all the future election, the democratic right of the people, that cannot be exercised. That is the fate of India. That is the fate of Tamil.
Thank you for joining us, viewers.
Thank you.